Users see AI bias but can't quit Google. Hey everyone, today we're diving into something fascinating and frankly a bit concerning. A recent survey revealed that roughly 60% of users believe Google's AI favors advertisers and large brands, yet nearly three-quarters still prefer Google over ChatGPT for everyday searches. That contradiction sits at the heart of modern search behavior. According to a survey of over 1,000 respondents conducted by Search Tides in October 2025, users increasingly distrust how AI-driven search systems work, but they haven't meaningfully changed their habits. People see bias, filtering, and commercial influence. Then they open Google anyway. In this video, I'll break down what the data actually shows, why distrust hasn't yet led to mass defection, and what this shift means for anyone trying to stay visible in AI-mediated search. The numbers. Let me start by grounding this in the actual data. From the Search Tides AI Usage and Trust in Search survey with 1,001 respondents and a margin of error of plus or minus 3.1%, here's what we found. 60% of respondents say Google's AI answers are biased toward advertisers or big brands. Over 70% believe Google's AI is filtering what information they're allowed to see. 73% still prefer Google over ChatGPT for common searches, while 27% prefer ChatGPT. 55% believe AI will replace traditional search within the next 2 years. Around 75% say AI-generated search answers are likely to spread misinformation. And here's the kicker. Less than one-third say they would pay for a human-only search engine with no AI summaries. These aren't fringe opinions. They are majority views. Understanding the bias. When users talk about bias, they're not referring to political ideology. They're referring to commercial influence. Respondents consistently described AI search as favoring large brands, advertisers, corporate publishers, and established platforms. At the same time, independent sites, blogs, and niche experts were perceived as being pushed down or summarized away entirely. This matters because AI summaries make ranking decisions visible. Traditional search hid its editorial choices behind 10 blue links. AI surfaces a single synthesized answer. The act of selection becomes obvious. In the survey, people who believed Google's AI was biased were far more likely to also believe it was actively filtering or censoring results. For many users, those ideas are functionally the same. Bias plus filtering equals gatekeeping. Why Google still wins? Despite this distrust, Google remains the default search tool for most users. Why? Because behavior is shaped less by belief and more by habit, speed, and perceived risk. Google still wins on familiarity, speed to answer, coverage of local and transactional queries, and integration with maps, shopping, and navigation. Even users who distrust Google's AI view it as good enough for most tasks. ChatGPT and other AI tools feel powerful but also opaque. For time-sensitive, commercial, or location-based searches, users still default to Google. Here's the key insight. Distrust does not automatically cause switching. It creates friction. Switching happens later. The broader ecosystem. For simplicity, this conversation often gets framed as Google versus ChatGPT. In reality, users are navigating a growing ecosystem. ChatGPT is increasingly used for research, explanations, planning, and ideation. Google still dominates local searches, commerce, brand lookups, navigation, and real-time information. The key shift is not platform replacement. It's decision delegation. Users are no longer evaluating lists of results. They're accepting answers chosen by systems. The nuance. Now, it's important to acknowledge that AI bias doesn't always favor the biggest brands. A recent study by SEMrush found that lower-ranking content can be cited more frequently by AI systems if it's more specific, structured, and contextually relevant. That finding matters. It suggests that AI selection is not purely about authority or size. It's about clarity, specificity, and usefulness within a given context. This doesn't contradict the survey findings, it explains them. Users perceive bias because large brands more often meet those criteria at scale. Smaller sites can still win, but only if they're structured in ways AI systems can easily understand and trust. Misinformation concerns? Another strong signal from the survey was concern about misinformation. Approximately three-quarters of respondents believe AI-generated search answers are likely to spread misinformation. Among those respondents, support for legal requirements forcing AI systems to list their sources was overwhelming. This is not anti-AI sentiment, it's pro-transparency sentiment. Users aren't asking for less AI, they're asking to see how decisions are made. The paid search question. One surprising result was the lack of appetite for a paid, human-only search engine. Despite widespread distrust, most users said they would not pay for a version of search without AI summaries. That tells us something important. AI search is becoming infrastructure. Opt-out models will struggle. Resistance is philosophical, not behavioral. The future is not AI versus human search. It's AI with varying levels of transparency and accountability. The real shift. The most important change revealed by this survey is not platform preference. It's how users process information. Users no longer evaluate multiple sources, they accept synthesized answers. Trust is transferred from websites to systems. That changes everything for brands. Visibility alone is no longer enough. If an AI system doesn't understand who you are, what you do, and why you matter, you may never be surfaced, even if your content is excellent. What brands should do. So what's the practical takeaway? If users accept AI decisions instead of evaluating results, brands must optimize for selection, not clicks. That means clarifying identity. AI systems need consistent signals about what your brand is, who it serves, and what it's authoritative on. It means controlling language. The words used to describe your brand across your site, press, profiles, and citations need to align. It means building trust off-site. AI systems rely heavily on external validation. Reviews, mentions, and third-party citations matter more than ever. And it means structuring content for AI. Clear headings, direct answers, and specific use cases increase the chance of being selected, not just indexed. The goal is not to beat AI bias, it's to understand it and work within it. Here's the bottom line. Users see AI bias. They talk about it openly. They believe Google's AI favors advertisers and large brands. And then they use it anyway. That's not hypocrisy, it's human behavior. The risk for search platforms is not distrust alone. It's distrust combined with dependency. That combination creates pressure for transparency, regulation, and sudden shifts when alternatives feel safe enough. For brands, the message is clear. Search is no longer about ranking first. It's about being chosen when the system decides who matters. And increasingly, users are watching that decision more closely than ever. If you're a brand trying to navigate this shift, or you're just curious about how AI systems are actually selecting and citing content, we've built tools specifically for this. Search Tides measures how brands appear across AI platforms, not just traditional search rankings. You can learn more at searchtides.com. I'll put the link in the description below. You'll also find the full survey data, methodology, and additional research down there as well. Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis useful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into AI search behavior. And let me know in the comments, do you trust AI search results? Which platform do you use most? See you in the next one.